Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I am Tyrant.
And Tyrant, we have something quite special today.
We do, actually.
We have the most expensive sword I have ever owned.
Yes, and well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but maybe we might even get more expensive in the future.
We may be doing that. This review, I feel, is actually going to be very instructive because we hope to let you guys see and know what you should expect with swords in this price point.
Yes.
Not many people get to handle swords of this expense because they're expensive. You know, not everyone can afford them. Not even I can afford them all the time. I've only splurged on 2 swords over the $1,000 mark of my own money.
Yep.
So this one has been sent to us for review, and I'm grateful for that because we are willing to risk a couple of things with this sword that I wouldn't want to do if I spent my own money on it.
Yes. Now, the reason why something like this is important to me personally is because we've done so much katana content, and we have come to conclusions, we've said things, and it's angered a lot of people. And when we get a sword like this, traditional katanas, we are willing to put them on the line to put our money where our mouth is and do the testing that's required to prove ourselves right.
Because there are some just basic things you need to understand about the traditional way katanas are made.
Yeah.
This katana has been made in the most traditional way out of any of the katanas we've reviewed. We've reviewed katanas that are more or even mostly traditional. This one specifically is made in the 3 grades of steel method.
Honsanmai is called.
Oh, you remember.
Yeah, I already know it. That is the layering technique that is used in this particular katana. There's lots of different ways they layer the steel, but that's the
more classic way. That
when people think of katanas, they're thinking of that method.
This method. And specifically, it has a harder steel grade on the edge. Medium steel grade on the sides, and a soft steel grade in the core and back. Now, there is one difference in this katana versus a truly traditional one. It doesn't seem like this is Tamahagane steel.
Yes. Now, this is a little bit of a caveat here. We're assuming that. It doesn't actually say what steel it's made out of, so
which is odd.
Yes, and like you said before we start recording, if it was made out of Tamahagane, they would promote that as a big premium thing, which is interesting because traditional Tamahagane steel, just by the way it's made, means it can never be as good as modern steel. Yet, swords with this Tamahagane steel in are sold at a higher premium for the artistic, historical value. And this is where... Which I think is valid.
It is valid, And this is an important thing to mention in this review that makes a bit of a distinction and difference between high-end katanas versus many other high-end sword. The most expensive high-end katanas are the ones that are made more in the traditional way, which inherently leads into weaker, less durable blades. This shouldn't be controversial. Even if you love katanas, you should be able to acknowledge that using more historical methods, traditional methods in making a sword, just leads to a less durable sword than advanced modern steels that are made with modern technology.
I mean, this is also the reverse for something like a longsword. Now, we've spoken at length that, you know, spring steel was historical, but it still doesn't negate the fact that modern steels, spring steels, these super steels, are obviously better than historical steels. This particular blade here is by Thaitsuki, and it is, I actually kind of like this. Now, we've done a lot of katana reviews at this point. It's kind of ridiculous, and they're all kind of out of the box, stock standard stuff. This one is a little bit different and special. There's a lot more custom made features.
That's the key.
Yes.
This should inform you what you should expect in a high-end expensive sword. This one retails for around 3,000 US. That means for converting it to Australian dollars as well as general import costs,
a lot more.
This would actually be about $6,000 sword, almost double the price.
So the saya here is made out of rosewood, and then all of these little fittings here, like on the habaki and the suba, is actually silver, which is really cool.
Now, before we get into the finer details, I want to just quickly compare some of the standards you should expect in high-end swords. We're talking about the $1,000 mark and higher, and we do have 2 other swords, well, actually I have a couple of swords to compare to. So let's grab those and just compare a bit. So by comparing this Thaitsuki sword to the others, I hope we can show you how much this actually stands out. This, I feel, does deserve its price point.
Okay, well, let's go over some of the prices here. So this one here, how much was that one?
About 2,000 US.
Yes. This one here?
About 1,000 US.
Yeah, 900, something like that. This one here is like a...
About 170 US.
Yes, 170, 180, and it's very sharp. I actually really like these sorts. That's for a different video.
We will talk about it.
But I want to illustrate a point right now, just so you understand. So we've got nearly 2,000, 1,000, and then like 200. Let's have a look at these fittings here. They're all very standard. And same on these. Same.
In actual fact, when we got this sword, we got this one with a $200 sword by the same manufacturer.
Well,
and
I was about to say, you can even, I think, does this one have it? Oh, no, it doesn't.
But it had the same habaki. These are cheap fittings, okay? Yes. This one looks nice. Don't get me wrong, I like the Subra on this sword, but it is cheap. Like it's cheaply made.
Mass manufactured.
Mass manufactured. And I still think it's quality, but are you really getting the price point in a $1,000 sword if it has these stock standard fittings?
Yeah.
The Thaitsuki sword here, all custom fittings, not only that, artistically made. Like there is a pattern and story that it's telling here on the fittings, and it even has silver inlays on it. Like this is premium.
Yeah. Even the ray skin has been wrapped over to, you know, it has that more the thickness of the ray skin. And then even this wrap here is beautiful. It's tight. It's not moving.
The wrap stands out. Not only does it have, like, it looks traditional, but if you come in close, you will see individual cords overlaying each other on the thing. Yeah. That is gorgeous.
Even things like the pins. I don't think these ones are bamboo. They look like a hardwood to me.
Yeah.
Just little details like that where when you get, even in like the 2000 range like this, they're all kind of still the same as I would say probably like the 700 US to like 2000 range. You're gonna get all kind of the same thing. It's not until you get past that point where you're gonna start to get into the more actually custom stuff.
Yes, and you should expect that, because this is the interesting thing. The price point of these two swords here are actually somewhat close to these European swords. This is one of the Lockwood long swords that I have here. Its price point is over the $1,000 mark. It can vary between 1,200 to 1,500, and we also have a Todd Cutler arming sword here.
And these are both beautiful swords.
Gorgeous swords.
Like these, the quality of these is genuinely on par with this.
With one difference. It doesn't have kind of artistic engraving on it.
Yes, but that's like a personal taste thing.
I think that actually is a difference between price point from 1,000 to like 3,000 to 5,000. When you get to the 3,000 to 5,000, it needs something special above near flawless fit and finish. You should expect a near flawless fit and finish on a 1,000 price point sword, but when you're going beyond that, what are you getting your money's worth? It needs to have something better in addition, and that's where we get into detailed engravings, really fancy scabbards, even maybe some gold or silver thrown on.
Yes, I agree with you in principle, but in personal taste, I don't really have any, I don't want my longsword to have engravings and the things. I just like it nice to be useful, beautiful, accurate.
Yeah, functional, but in that sense, I don't see why you'd be going past $1,000, the most $2,000 for a sword in that range.
Spoiler alert, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. It needs to have something really special about it to make me willing to fork out more money. And this is where the katana, like high-end katanas, do have some weight in it, because it is more expensive to make a traditional katana because it's more labor intensive.
Yes. So this one is what, around the $3,000 mark. Would I say personally that this particular sword is worth it? I think we're getting there.
I think we are. I think that's actually a fair price for the artistic elements to it and the traditional higher manufacturing nature of it. This is being properly clay tempered to get an authentic Hammond line. It's made out of different grades of steel. You can even see, like, there's a Hammond line, but there's an additional line where you can see the steel separates from the high carbon edge to the sides.
I think the only question in my mind, if I was buying something like this, is what is the function of it? If I'm buying this as something that can cut, but it's just going to sit on my wall, it's a beauty piece, maybe it's something I give to my children or whatever, sure.
Yes. Shad from the future here. We've just wrapped up the review and really interesting results, guys. And so we have reviewed a number of katanas up to this point, which now Tyrant and I are wondering, what is our favorite katana we have reviewed, having reviewed so many? So to cover that, we're going to be filming an exclusive video, Tyrant and me discussing, out of all the katanas we've reviewed, including this Thaitsuki one, which actually is our favorite one that we have reviewed that we could give the highest recommendation for as well. So if you want to see that video, just sign up and become a supporter either through channel memberships here on YouTube, Patreon, Player, or Subscribestar. Subscribestar is actually giving the biggest return to creators, if you're wondering. It helps out so much. In fact, it's the only reason we're able to keep making the content. You guys are supporting us because you love the content, so thank you to everyone. And if you want to help ensure us making these videos, that's the only way we're able to do it. Supporters like you, and then you get the exclusive videos. Check it out, find out what is our favorite katana we have reviewed. Thank you to everyone. And now let's get back to finishing the review of this one. And like I said, yeah. Quick caveats that we do need to mention, all right, is this sword has come very sharp, okay, as should be expected. This has a beautiful edge on it. In terms of weight and feel, pretty much perfect for what you would want in a katana. Katanas are a little more top heavy, but this has like a tiny distal taper on it, which traditional katanas not always had a distal taper. Some did. This one has it, and it just makes it feel beautiful in the hand. Let's see how well it cuts. Whew, that was very nice. And hang on, can we just appreciate the edge alignment on that? That is like nearly ruler straight. Okay, I'm very happy with that cut. I need to give a shout out to our anonymous donor. They sent us a box of tatami because they must have been aware that it's very expensive to get tatami over here in Australia. And so they decided to send us a whole heap. And as a result, we have some tatami to cut. That did feel a bit more resistive than the pool noodles we're used to, which is kind of expected. Pool noodles can be interestingly unforgiving with poor edge alignment. But that was nice. Sorry. That is a very straight line cut. I'm happy with that. Horizontal cuts are ones that I have the most difficulty with.
You suck at them.
Shut up. See? Fucking. It cuts. Like, look, that should be expected. The weight, handling, gorgeous. We're upgrading. This is a double roll of tatami mat. I've never tried this before. Don't know how I'll go. We'll see. Oh, come on. Look at how straight that is. That is damn near flawless cut, man. That's like one of the best cuts I've ever done. Look at that.
Oh my God, really?
If I do this...
you're not going to do it, you're just going to ruin it again.
If I do this... Damn it!
Deja vu.
I hope you stuff up on your horizontal.
Well, I'm going to be a lot quicker, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah.
All right. Coming in this angle now. Oh, my angle cuts are just... Look how straight that is. Sorry, I'm very happy with these... My edge alignment. This is nice. And the sword is performing excellently. I gotta say, you should damn well expect it. That happened once. Damn close though, look at that. That was fun.
I'm nervous. I don't want to ruin my tatami.
What are you nervous about there, Tyranth?
I am actually genuinely nervous about cutting. Not because I'm going to beat him, that's easy.
Oh, really? Oh.
That's the easy part.
Oh, let's see.
I just don't want to ruin my tatami. It's not like we get to cut tatami much here, so I don't want to ruin it. I want to get all nice cuts. Let's do this. All right, all right. I am zen. I am zen.
Tatami's a bit harder with horizontal cuts. Just must be the tatami, I think.
I'm actually ashamed of myself right now.
You know, I mean, do you see how the top part is on a different angle to the bottom part?
Yeah. I cut that.
So, Tyrant.
Yep.
Feeling a little nervous, eh?
I am, yeah, for the first time. It's crazy.
So, it's not that I would want any nervousness to affect your performance at all, because that would be kind of bit mean.
I don't know.
Hang on, screw that. You try and throw me off all the friggin' time. If you do not get this, you are going to be shamed. Shame on your family, shame on your ancestry, shame on your armor, shame on your haircut, shame on your shoes.
All right, guys, should I play it safe and just do boring cuts, but I'll get them all right? Or should I go for gold and just do some awesome stuff?
Well, they know they want you to go for gold.
I know. All right, I can do this. Let me get some practice in.
This is a double roll. Hang on. You're trying to do a draw cut on a double roll.
Yes.
Single-handed. All right, if you can pull that off, I will give you props.
Our table isn't made for this very well, to be honest.
If you fail, I will never let you live it down.
All right, this is what it is, I guess. Shad, could you go away for a while, please? Just so I don't
need
feel
to
any
see the
pressure.
performance. I gotta watch this.
Maybe it's the armor. Maybe I'm just constricting the armor, you know? Maybe, yeah, look, I can't see.
I kind of want him to do it now. He's so invested in this.
I am.
I'd feel bad. I'm starting to feel bad for him if he'd fail.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's a double roll. Why are you trying to do one of the more difficult cuts on a double roll?
I almost got it. Look.
No, it's still attached.
Yeah, just by a little bit.
I mean, if that was lower, you would have gotten stuck in...
The tatami police.
Can I let us see. Not bad, not bad. Actually, damn near perfect.
I'm actually surprised at that. That was crazy.
I've always been annoyed that you do one-handed strikes with a katana.
Yeah, no, he's annoyed at everything.
And that's what happened.
It caught on and pulled it out.
Because your grip wasn't as strong being one-handed. It rotated down. That was because you were doing one-handed. It shouldn't have done that.
That's like
that
a
is a
10-inch cut.
Look. That is a weak wrist right there.
Careful what you say, Shad.
Because look, it shows the rotation. That's what happened.
Yes. I don't even know what's left to cut, to be honest.
Yeah, the sword performed flawlessly. I mean, we've had multiple swords perform just as well. You should expect that with a high-end sword like this. There's the tiniest bow, like right here. What do you think about that? Was that already there? It's almost imperceptible.
Like that is invariance that it might just be a manufacturer.
Exactly. That's why it's so tiny, but you can. There's a thing here. I don't think that was from the cutting.
In terms of the cutting, though, it was beautiful, and cutting tatami is always a treat, no matter what.
It is. It is. Tatami's fun, man. And that was the first double rolls. As well.
I think it was the first double roll.
Yeah, first double roll for me. That was a lot of fun. So Tyrant, he likes to do one-handed, stuff. He thinks it looks cool. I think it's a little pointless with a two-handed sword, but all right, fine. Let's do a Tyrant here. Ready? Where he just comes in and just goes. I'm Tyrant.
Very clumsy, but yes.
I'm going, look at me. One-handed cutting.
Here you go, have another one.
I will.
Do some proper cuts. Do some shad cuts.
Do some shad cuts?
Yeah,
I will show you some shad cuts. Ready?
They're called cuts that don't go all the way through.
No. They're called beastie Machine gun cuts. Are you ready for the machine gun? I misstepped.
There you go. Oh, don't. Oh.
Skill, baby.
That's not funny. One-handed. A katana, as a true master should. Sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face.
That was a bit rippy.
It was a little rippy, to be honest. But and it cuts beautifully, which is actually, to be fair, that is a good thing. Most katanas that we get are kind of have an edge on them.
Well, not only that, what we have seen before, katanas dull
Yes.
mid testing.
That was the $1,000 one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Halfway through, literally cutting pool noodles, it just went blunt, and then we weren't even able to get through a pool noodle.
This is one of the virtues of katana, the traditional made method. A super hard edge holds its edge longer.
Yeah.
The problem is the durability
Yes.
when it comes to stresses.
Well, we'll see how that
But
goes.
I think it's actually proved itself in terms of, holding its edge so far. Trying water bottles now. I'm actually quite interested because there's only been one sword where I did not feel it go through the water bottle. It was so effortless. This sword so far is performing pretty darn well. Just, it's sharp. It's super sharp. Well, it's not shaving sharp, right? But it is sharp, right? Let's see how well it does. Okay. I didn't feel it. I literally didn't feel it. That was
Oh, that's nice.
That was good.
That's nice. A sword so good that even Shad can cut with it. That's a good tagline.
You've been having a bit of trouble though today, Tyrone.
Yeah, I'm salty now.
Just trying to rub it in.
That was delicious. Mm.
Not only that, remember one of the weaknesses
I swear, if you've just...
of super hard edges?
Oh my... This is PVC piping, Shad.
This is one of the weaknesses of this style of sword, man.
Oh no.
It got a tiny chip.
It's not a chip, it's like a roll.
There's a crack in it though.
Is it?
Other side, have a look. Oh, was that just water? Let me see.
That was probably just water. It's not a chip, it's more of like a...
Yeah, it's a roll.
It's like a...
That shouldn't happen with this.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm rasterizing my brain.
We've hit the PVC with swords before.
Yes.
And they haven't damaged.
Well, they shouldn't be able to. Because there's no way that even this, should be able to cut
No, this is the thing. Like, I'm not surprised. That's what you expect out of an edge that high hardness.
All right, let's see if I can cut water bottles now with rolls on the edge. So if I fail, it's not my fault, right? Wow. Beautiful.
Did you feel it?
No, I didn't actually. I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, same. That's all right. That's good.
Yeah.
That is some of the highest level cutting performance we've had.
Yeah.
And overall, pretty darn good.
Yeah, pretty good. However, we've got one more test, which we put all our swords through, not just this one.
Yep.
And that is the wood test.
It needs to hold up.
I'm not holding back. No, I'm in a bad mood now because I did bad there. I'm going to hit that thing hard.
Will you say that someone won the cutting?
I don't disagree with you, Shad, okay? How's that?
I'll take it. So now we're up to the part of the review that I'm most nervous about. This katana is one of the features of it is that it's traditionally made.
Yes.
We've already seen some signs that might not help out its durability.
Yes. We'll talk about it in the final thoughts.
We're not going to be doing full destructant testing, but it's only fair to put it up to the same level of stress that we have put every sword up to.
Most katanas that we've done this test on have performed reasonably. No problem at all. There was only one where, like, with a very soft strike on the first one, it bent.
And it was the more traditional katana we had reviewed up to that point. And because of the damage it's already taken, I'm wearing this during this test because there's a chance this could perform really badly.
Yes.
Remember, you're paying for the artistic, traditional element of this sword. Having said that, this should give us some insight as to how durable some of those traditional swords were in reality.
And like we said about this one, it's not really how much damage we do to the wood, it's how much damage the wood does to this. We do the first strike is a little less power, and then the second one, put a little bit more into it.
Yeah.
And that's how we do this test. So you can go first.
Now I'm nervous. That was soft hit. All right. Harder hit.
Did it take a set?
Looked towards the tip. This is what we've been saying!
I think we've mentioned it in one other video. When you fix a set, it's actually, this is the thing, taking a set with a katana isn't the end of the world, but it does create a permanent weak point in the sword. Fixing a set is really just, you bend it back, that's it. I want to turn, Shad.
Haven't we already proven something?
No. You know what's going to happen if I take it.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's save that for the destruction review. Taranth is going to go harder than me.
I am, yes.
Look, it's small. It's a small set, but it's a distinct set.
Right at the
tip that was not there before.
Yeah, not only is that a set, that's actually a bit of a warp as well. That's ridiculous. This is an IOU, Shad. When we do this video, I am going to be the one to break it. Let's get to final thoughts. All right, let's get to final thoughts. Fine. That was nothing. You didn't even hit that hard.
You know, sometimes getting proven right isn't fun.
Yeah. No, it's always fun. I enjoyed it. This is fun. I enjoyed it.
Look, I was expecting this, and I have a video on the Shadlands, which is a new channel, shorter content, prelimming the review of this, stating I had a conflict because the more traditional a katana is made, now this is consistent, the weaker and less durable they are.
All right, let's start with the simple stuff. Let's start with the PVC, because that's where even I am taken aback by this.
Okay.
We got rolling on the edge in 2 spots. So it's not even like it was a fluke just getting it once. It was in 2 spots, right where it hit the PVC piping, and we got a roll on a hardened edge. This isn't like the soft part. This is supposed to be the hardest part of the sword. Yeah. That should not be possible. I don't see how that's possible with a hardened edge.
It should have chipped
there
instead of rolling. The rolling is a little bizarre for me.
It is. And now they say that this edge is a what?
60 Rockwell.
So I don't see how that should have happened, especially on PVC. I can't get over the PVC part. I'm just going to keep harping on about PVC piping. Then we get on to the set, the roll. This is interesting because the last time we took a set like that, it was maybe a little bit of edge alignment. So maybe the sword hits and then a little bit of that momentum carries.
And by the way, as a durable sword should be able to survive that.
Yes. Yeah. This set that you did was straight flat. That's what makes it even more concerning, because that means under its own pressure with good edge alignment, it's still warped. I don't like that.
I expected that. Like they were saying, this
is not that type of warping on a hardened edge.
People underestimate how weak a lot of traditional katanas were. That's the takeaway. Like, they're functional swords, right? But there are accounts of samurai having swords that bent on the battlefield and just needing to bend it back.
Yes, lots of katanas can take sets and you can bend them back. They're a little bit weaker for it, but whatever. Yeah. This was too weak. You chopped a tiny little bit of wood with one of your weak little strikes, and it took a set.
Weak little strikes, piss off. My second was a hard strike, you bastard.
It was mid at best.
Oh,
and then
shut up.
You hit the PVC piping, and we've taken rolls, not even chips, rolls.
I am not necessarily thrown out by that. I am disappointed. I was hoping it would perform better, but I was cautious from the very beginning that if this is as traditional as they were saying, we would run into problems.
Yes, but not to this degree. And for $3,000, like I said right at the start, I understand all the artistry, and in that perspective, yeah, we can say it's worth it.
I can recommend it for the artistry still.
But as a tool, I cannot. This is this is not a sword to me. This is just a sharp bit of little steel. I don't know if I can recommend it.
I could recommend it because of the traditional value. Like, I would still want to own a katana that has that traditional aspect for it. Be out of the kind of nod to the historical methods that they were done. It is a piece of art. It's a work of art. It's just annoying that it confirms what I was saying. As a functional sword, if you're wanting a sword out pure durability and function, you wouldn't want a traditionally made katana.
That is true. That's true. Like, regardless of this sword, this manufacturer, any of that, that is true. I mean, but in this specific case, I am disappointed more than I thought I would be.
If you are interested in the Thaitsuki katana we have here, we have an affiliate link in the description. You do get a bit of a discount if you use the affiliate link, if you're interested, 5%. So if you use the affiliate link, you will get 5% off, not just on this Thaitsuki sword, but on any purchase, or you could enter the coupon code Shadowversity to get that 5% discount. But it is a beautiful sword for that artistic value.
Yes.
So it's there if you are interested in it. And look, some of the things that I can still praise about this katana, the handle, like, this is the most beautiful handle.
Yes, all the fit and finish, all that sort of stuff, beautiful. I am talking purely about my disappointment in terms of the performance of the blade.
That's almost, not even, I think that is confirmation that this is actually a traditionally, they're not faking you. If they're trying to sell, look, this is actually got different grades of steel made in the traditional way, right? If it performed like a spring steel sword, I would have question marks about what they're selling. This confirms that what they're selling is authentic. And now, it also confirms what I've been saying about authentic katanas. Just saying.
Well, to put a pin in that point, there will be a follow-up video at some point where we will take this katana and you will...
Look, because we've already damaged it, I'm willing to now. It's $3,000. We're going to be doing a destruction review, specifically comparing now, because this is still made out of modern steel. It's not tamahagane, but just made in the traditional way. How do you think that's going to go, everyone?
Well, I didn't get my turn, so it's not gonna, maybe it'll be a short video, who knows? But I think that's all for today.
And look, Thaitsuki, you have made a beautiful sword.
It is beautiful.
And if you're interested, affiliate link. Thank you for watching, guys. Hang out for... we're gonna destroy it.
Yep. And if you want to check out one of our other katana reviews where we've done destruction testing,
right here.
it'll be right here. Thanks for watching, guys.